Hey guys, it's me. Just one of those times I really needed to talk to somebody, but there's really nobody I can talk to. So I figured I'd come on here and talk to you guys for a little bit. Talk about a whirlwind. What's up, Galen? Been better. I was feeling okay the other day, which is really weird because it's been about a good almost 2 months of just crap. But now I've kind of fell back into my wave, so it's kind of up and down. Doing okay, I guess. I don't really know how to answer that anymore. I usually come on here when I feel like crap, but mentally I'm just not feeling well. Ever since I cut my meds almost 2 months ago, and then I got really, 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 really sick not long ago. Thought it was COVID, but it wasn't. Then that passed, and then I slowly, as of like the other day, started feeling better, and I started feeling more normal, and that was awesome. Finally. And then today I woke up in this major head fog. I don't know if it's because I ate potatoes, like these hash brown potatoes at night. Sometimes those do that. It gives me head fog. So could have been that, but I didn't sleep well. I slept, but I didn't sleep well. And then most of the day I've just been in this incredible fog, trying to get stuff done anyway. But the more I get on my computer, the more the fog gets thicker. So as the evening rolls around, I'm getting more tired, and the more tired I get is the worse I'm feeling. I can tell my allergies are bad too, assuming it's allergies, because again, I mean, even though I just got over being sick, now I'm getting the scratchy throat again. Got some congestion in my chest. I feel tight. So I don't know. Better not be getting sick again with something else. I don't know how my body will handle it, to be honest. But that's where I'm at. And I wasn't feeling very good mentally this evening, thinking some really stupid shit. And so I figured I'd come on here and just kind of talk. And it usually helps me get some perspective on some stuff and get distracted from my weird thing is, it's like in the past I have actually felt worse, but I think it's just because it's been so long and so exhausting that when I feel this bad, I end up getting really bad mentally. I don't plan on cutting ever. I just do it when I can. I don't make rules anymore, not after I fucked it up. But I cut almost 2 months ago. I wouldn't make a plan to cut, because if I did, I mean, it could be really bad. So I do it when I feel I'm ready. Usually if I have like 3 or 4 days in a row where I feel kind of back to normal, then I'll start thinking about it. Trust me, it's not my ideal. But after I fucked up the Remeron, I made myself so much worse. At this point, there's really not much I can do. Come on. The thing is, it's the medicine that's making me crazy. And there's days like today where I don't think aesthetics. There's some days like today where I don't feel I'm going to make it, to be honest. But I don't want people on here to. I just need some positive reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm kind of in a bad headspace right now. Sweet. How much are you? What are you jumping from? I feel sucks. I should have been off my medicine a long, long fucking time ago. Come on. Ugh. Well, that's a pretty big jump. I got pulled off of 0.25, so half of what you were, and here I am today. So if you think you can handle it, yeah, more power to you. I guess I wish I was as strong as everybody else. I'm actually really getting depressed on how pathetic and sad. I didn't. So Xanax and Klonopin. Basically, Xanax for 2.5 months. Then he transferred me to Klonopin, and I just got cut off of that like a week later. Yeah, I wish I could do. I would do anything to be off this medicine because it's making me mentally really bad still and getting worse. And people around me are starting to get concerned. And considering I probably have a few more years to go off this little amount, because all people see is, oh, he's on 1.1 milligrams. Why would that take 2 years to get off? The only thing I'm saying is, well, if I cut once every 3 months, then that's how long it's going to take. Considering how bad I'm getting now, I was feeling better yesterday. Couldn't believe how much better. The day before, I was feeling better. Like I had like a good day and a half window. I don't know how. I don't know where it came from, but I was thankful. And then here I am all day in this insane fog, which I can deal with the fog, but I'm getting really bad thoughts. So if you guys can give me some positive reinforcement today, I would be fucking thrilled. I don't know how I'm going to do it, guys. I really don't. Damn glasses. These are like good reading glasses, but fuck, man, they're hard to keep clean. Well, we're cutting the medicine, so waves. Like if we weren't cutting right now, I'd assume waves in Windows, but wave is automatic when you cut. Well, the lower you get, the harder it is. Because the lower you get, if you're doing the same cut, like me, 1.1 to 1.0, if you're always doing that 1 gram or whatever, the percentage gets larger and larger. Let me see if I can find that calculator. There it is. Is that it? Next. No. Sales and retention alert. Conversions? No. Damn it, I can't find it. Jeez. These fucking websites. How's it fucking... Whatever. Should I ever fucking keep that damn calculator? I'm gonna go back in a text from somebody I talked to. See if I can find it. There it is. Percentage calculator. There it is. All right, so let me see. 1.1. 1.0. What I want. Let me see. V2. Percentage change later. There it is. So if I put the value of 1.1, this would be my next cut, to 1.0, calculate, that would be a 9.009.1 decrease. So almost 10%. Now when I go from 1.0 to 0.9, that would be a, oops, I fucked that up, 1.0 to 0.9, calculate, that's an exact 10%. So you're up farther, so 0.9 to 0.8, calculate, that would be an 11.111 decrease. See how it goes larger as you go, and that's why it gets worse. Yeah. So aesthetics right now, if you can go to a browser, you can type in percentage change calculator, like money change, percentage change calculator, and it'll come up with this website called Calculator Soup, and they've got a million calculators, but that one will bring up the percentage change calculator, and kind of show you what it looks like from my phone. Kind of looks like that. The thing is, I can't cut any less. So, but when I cut lower, when I go from 0.9 to 0.8, I'll have to do the 11% decrease. Because at some point, you're going to have to do more. At one point, say you were at, even if you can get at 0.2 and you go to 0.1, it's going to be a 50% decrease. Yeah, 50%. So at some point, you're going to be doing these huge cuts. But hopefully your body won't be so severely impacted as much. Hi, Robbie. My day was worse today than it was yesterday, but, whatever. So when I went from 1.0 to 0.8, this was the beginning of where I was fucking up my taper. So I doubled it. That was a 20% decrease. I had no idea. So a month and a half later, I then went from 0.8 to 0.6. Now you see where this is going. That was a 25% decrease. So in general, in a few months, I did a 45% decrease in medicine. Even though it didn't seem like much, it nearly killed me. When I explain it that way, people are like, oh shit, yeah, that's pretty bad. So yeah, that calculator is really good to tell you what, if you go from a certain percentage. When I was on 7.5 and I went to 7.4, it was only a 1.333 decrease. Hence why those were so much easier to deal with. Get some brain fog, whatever. Now, when you're on 3.5 milligrams and you go to 3.4, and all of a sudden, now it's a 2.8 decrease. Still not that bad. But now you're coming down farther. So you're at 2, say you're at 2.1 and you go to 2.0. Now it's a 4.7 decrease. Now we're getting low, and I'm on 1.1, getting low down there, and you go to 1.0. That's a 9.09. It's almost 10%, and I can barely handle a 6% decrease. So, right? Aesthetics, isn't that nuts? I could never do that. But seriously, they say with Remeron, like when you're on like 15 to 30 milligrams, because a lot of people were on 30. I was never that high. But you could drop to 20 milligrams. That's still a 33% decrease, but as much as that sucks, people could handle it a lot more being at a higher milligram. But honestly, I don't even know how I'd even go slower anyways. It's going to take me years to get off this. I can't imagine going slower. So I'm just going to do what I can. And no, I know. I'm not really saying why. I know. I didn't know either. Look what I just did recently. I did a 45% decrease when I'm trying to do, I can't even fathom. Like right now, that makes me feel good knowing how fucked up that was. My luck is I always had a scale. And if you're ever in need of an extra scale, like if you're fucked, I've got an extra one. Just call me. Not literally, but let me know. But I always cut, and I went 1 gram at a time. And sometimes I did 2, but realistically, that didn't much matter. Like, not when I was on a higher dose. Like, now I realize I can't do that. So I need to show my girlfriend this and show how insane that is. That when you start at 7.5, like I was on, and I went to 7.4, the cut is only a little over 1%. It's not, you can't really feel that too bad. Could you imagine what, okay, say you're on 30 milligrams, you go to 29 milligrams, it's still a milligram down, but that's only you're only on 3% decrease going a whole milligram. So your body's not going to feel it as much. But if I did that now, being on 1.1 and I went to 0.1, almost off, it would probably kill me. It's a totally different world at different milligrams, what your body can take. Whoa. Cutting dry has always been the easiest for me. I notice like when with liquid, if I'm right and my research is right and what people have told me, is you can still only go so low of a drop. So, because at some point, I mean, if you were at, I don't even know how to say it. If you were at 0.5, I don't know what the number would be. Because the lowest I think you can do is 0.4 then, which would be a fucking 20% decrease. If you just did 10%, I mean, you'd be cutting for like years and years and years and years and years once you get low. But partially, I think what is good is the lower you get on the medicine, you might be going through the withdrawals and your nervous system is going to be freaking out. But you'll start feeling better getting lower on the medicine. Oh, right on. Hello. Are you sure you can't find them on Amazon? They kind of got everything. At some point, I don't know, I might have to go to liquid, but I can't imagine. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I don't want to transfer to liquid just because I don't want to shock my body like that because it's going to completely fuck me up. Just to do the transfer in general, it's going to be like a major cut or updose. Ugh. Zero 0.8, 0.7. It's a 12.5. It's not too bad. It's horrible, but it's not too bad. Ugh. Sucks. I almost thought about just at which point am I going to just jump from the medicine? And I'm not sure when that's going to be. Probably 0.3. It will be a huge jump for me. But at that point, I'll probably be ready just to say, fuck it. and then get off of it. And then take the consequences of it. We'll see. I hear you. I thought about going liquid, but I don't know if I'm right. I'm not ready for that now. But what I do know is, like, cutting dry for me is fine. I like doing it. Well, I don't like it, but I do it, you know. But I don't want to have to do 3 or 4 cuts in between just to get off 1 gram. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Eric. Fuck is that? Somebody's chewing on something. What's going on? You itching? Ugh. Yeah, most people can't cold turkey. I've got cold turkeys and I've been sick for 5 years, and I'm still tapering the other medicines they polydrugged me on. So it's not for everyone. But anyway, I don't even think a scale. I think it'll stop weighing about 0.5. I mean, I could literally put a whole pill in a small part. I could probably do it that way, just have a weight pill. I'm sure there's a way I can do it. But I'm hoping the lower I get, the better I feel, even though my nervous system will still be shot. But I just want to, if I'm feeling better mentally, then I could probably pull it off. But I'm sure it'll really fuck me up. But at least once I'm off, you know. Yeah, totally. I can't imagine. I just can't fathom. I don't know. Get my calculator, my regular calculator up. Yeah, it's gonna happen eventually. Once I got really sick, I decided. You know, at first we were gonna do it, and then it got fucked up. Like it was ready, even the date and time, but when we got to that point, it didn't work. And then I got really sick, and then we just kind of put it on hold. We'll do it eventually. So if I got 1.1 now, 1.0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. That's 8 cuts. My God. If I cut every 3 months, it'll be 2 years. That's just to get to 0.3 and hoping I cut every 3 months, which is probably not realistic because I'm going to get sick and all this other shit that's going to hold me back. I could have major medical problems. You just don't know. It's just once you're so low, I'm surprised the brain latches onto this stuff as much as it does. It's so harsh. If the damn medicine just didn't make me so sick. It's just at some point, no matter what, you're always going to have to do a 50% cut. And at some point, you're always going to have to do a 100% cut. How sucky is that? Gonna cut off here in a few. I'm gonna try to get some shit done. Hoping to feel better tomorrow. I gotta go out for work tomorrow. I hope I can get out of some of this fucking weird head tonight. Didn't work all day, so hoping tomorrow it clears up a bit. Getting out. Let's see. It's weird coming on here later, but my throat was scratchy earlier. I was feeling a little better. Yeah, my diet's very, very, very limited. And I'm sure my girlfriend's sick of that too, because I can't eat anything. Can't like go anywhere and eat. Can't do shit. Totally ridiculous. But I just keep shrugging along. Well, you gotta eat. That's just that. With me, if I don't eat, I get really sick. Sometimes I just have to fucking pound it fucking down. It'll calm down some of my symptoms. I just don't know how I'm gonna get the rest of this fucking taper. The next few will be like, okay, so I'm not like too worried because I got a little time. But it's once I get to like 1.7 to 1.6 and those cuts are gonna get fucking big. It's just I don't want to sit there and I don't want to be at 0.5 doing 10% cuts, which I can't do on a scale. But I don't want to be doing 10% cuts and have to cut 3 or 4 times just to get to 0.4. Well, I hope that's starting to do better. Fucking Christ. It's bullshit. It's shit like this, you guys. I mean, there's no day that goes by that's not stressful. My girlfriend was just at her parents' house because she had to do some dental stuff. Found out that another of her family members has fucking COVID, and she was around. I mean, this is the crap that I have to deal with. Now I have to worry that I'm going to get fucking COVID. So now I got to tell her she better fucking get tested. So that means I'm going to spend my week probably going to get COVID tested. Is that why I'm starting to feel sick again? I don't fucking know. Doubt it. But it's the same thing every time she goes down there. Last time her sister had fucking COVID. And then I had to worry about getting fucking COVID then. Now her cousin's got COVID. So now I got to worry about getting COVID again. This is so fucking bullshit. I said I was going to make a fucking calendar and write down every day of something that's completely fucking stressful. Because there's not a day that fucking goes by that's not fucking stressful. What a joke. This is such bullshit. I'm just trying to feel good enough to cut my medicine once in a while. Let alone get fucking vaccinated and bullshit. Just makes it fucking worse. This is utter garbage. Alright. Obviously, I can't get away from stress. It'll never happen. Alright, guys. I'm cutting off. I gotta do some texting and back and forth now. I'm just pissed. I mean, it's not her fault, you know? It doesn't make it any better because it pisses me off. Because it's always fucking something. It doesn't have to be somebody's fault for it to be stressful. All right. You guys take care. Hopefully I'll be in a better mood tomorrow. Later on.